Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about a hot topic among car owners in Japan, Shaken. It's a mandatory vehicle inspection that keeps everyone safe on the road. Whether you're an expat who's just bought their first car in Japan, or a longtime resident who's been driving for years, you know that owning a car in Japan is convenient and fun, but with great freedom comes great responsibility. In this video, we will cover everything you need to know about Shaken, from the cost to what to expect on the big day. So let's get into it. First up, what exactly is Shaken? To put it simply, Shaken, short for Jidosha Kensa Toraku Seido, is a Japanese term that refers to the mandatory vehicle inspection system in Japan. This inspection ensures that all vehicles on the road meet safety and environmental standards. During the inspection, various components of the vehicle are checked to ensure they are in good working order and the vehicle meets all applicable regulations. If the vehicle passes the inspection, it is issued a new inspection certificate valid for the next 2 or 3 years, depending on the age of the vehicle. If the vehicle fails to meet the standards, repairs must be made before the vehicle can be re-inspected. Now that we've got that covered, let's move on to the next important thing to know about Shaken: when you need to get it done. As mentioned earlier, Shaken is required every 3 years after a new car is purchased, and then every 2 years after that. For example, if you buy a brand new car today, you won't need to get the Shaken until 3 years from now. However, once that 3-year mark is passed, you'll need to get it done every 2 years moving forward. Next up, let's talk about what happens during the inspection. Shaken involves a thorough inspection of various components of the vehicle, including the brakes, steering, lights, tires, emissions, and more. The inspection is designed to ensure that the vehicle is safe to drive and meets all applicable regulations. In addition to the standard inspection, vehicles over 10 years old must also undergo an additional inspection called Kensa Toraku, which focuses on safety-related components such as the body and frame. It's important to note that the vehicle must pass both the standard inspection and Kensa Toraku in order to receive a new inspection certificate. If your vehicle fails to pass either part of the inspection, repairs must be made before the vehicle can be re-inspected. Speaking of failing the inspection, let's talk about what happens if your vehicle doesn't pass. As we mentioned earlier, if your vehicle fails to pass the inspection, you'll be given a report detailing the issues that need to be addressed. You'll then have a certain amount of time, usually a few days to a couple of weeks, to make the necessary repairs and get the vehicle re-inspected. It's important to note that while you have this grace period, you cannot drive the vehicle on public roads, as it is considered unsafe and illegal. Now that we've covered the basics of Shaken, let's move on to one of the most frequently asked questions. How much does it cost? The cost of Shaken can vary depending on several factors, including the make and model of the vehicle, its age, and the extent of any necessary repairs. However, we can provide you with some general figures to give you an idea of what to expect. On average, you can expect to pay between 60,000 yen and 150,000 yen for a regular car, and around 150,000 yen to 200,000 yen for a modified car. It's important to note that this is just an estimate, and the actual cost of your vehicle inspection may vary. It's always a good idea to get a few quotes from different inspection centers before proceeding. Now that you know what to expect, let's talk about how to prepare for Shaken. While you don't need to do anything special to prepare for the inspection itself, it is a good idea to get a few things in order beforehand. First, make sure you have your vehicle's inspection certificate handy. You'll need to present this during the inspection. Additionally, it's a good idea to familiarize yourself with the items that are checked during the inspection, so you can address any issues beforehand. You can find a list of the items that are checked on the website of the Japanese Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism. Finally, make sure your vehicle is clean and in good condition. While this won't affect the outcome of the inspection, it will make the process smoother and more enjoyable. Alright, let's dive into some tips on how to pass your Shaken without any hiccups. First up, tip no. 1. Get a pre-Shaken checkup. One way to ensure your vehicle passes the Shaken is to get a pre-checkup at a local garage. Many garages offer a free estimate so you can get an idea of the cost involved before proceeding. This will also give you time to shop around for better prices if needed. Plus, if you find any issues early on, you can address them promptly, increasing your chances of passing the inspection. Our second tip is to keep it simple. Modifications can be a great way to personalize your vehicle but they can also lead to issues during the inspection. If you have any modifications that are not in accordance with Japanese regulations, you may need to revert to the original parts for the inspection. Japanese regulations are strict when it comes to vehicle modifications, especially when it comes to safety and emission standards. So it's important to be aware of the rules and regulations before making any modifications to your vehicle. You may want to consult with a garage or dealership to understand what modifications are allowed, or if you need to revert to the original parts for the inspection. Tip number 3. Do it yourself. If you're feeling confident, you can actually do the inspection yourself at the Ministry of Transport. However, this option is only recommended for those who speak Japanese and know their stuff. Otherwise, it can be quite challenging. Tip number 4. Choose the right route. There are 3 ways to get your shaken done. Dealerships, third-party garages like Yellow Hat or Autobacks, and doing it yourself. Each option has its pros and cons, so it's important to weigh your options carefully. Dealerships typically have the most convenient hours and may offer additional services, but they tend to be the most expensive option. Third-party garages are usually cheaper than dealerships and often have more flexible hours. Doing it yourself is the cheapest option, but it's also the most time-consuming and challenging. And tip number 5. Don't wait until the last minute. Booking your shaken well in advance can save you a lot of stress. As mentioned earlier, you can book your shaken up to a month early without changing the renewal date on your vehicle's inspection certificate. Waiting until the last minute can result in fewer appointment slots available, less time to fix any problems that arise, and extra fees due to rush orders. So it's best to book your shaken well in advance to avoid any unnecessary stress or expenses. And there you have it, everything you need to know about shaken. While the inspection process may seem daunting, it doesn't have to be. By following these tips, you can ensure that your vehicle is in top condition and that you pass the inspection with ease. Remember to check your vehicle's inspection certificate for the renewal date and to book your appointment well in advance. Get your car serviced beforehand and make any necessary repairs. Address any issues promptly and increase your chances of passing the inspection on your first try. And don't forget to keep it simple when it comes to modifications. Be aware of Japanese regulations regarding vehicle modifications and ensure that your car is in compliance before the inspection. And there you have it, folks. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep cruising safely and legally in Japan.